friends, welcome to Larisa Lili Temperance. Today we're going to be doing our energy check-in for our masculines. To my subscribers, thank you so much again for all your support. You guys have been amazing. Honestly, I really appreciate everyone and the love. And do know, feminines, this is a place of truth. This is a safe place. In a place of honesty. You know, I am in my own journey, and this gets just as difficult for me. To those who are new, I am very claircognizant and clairsentient, so I meditate on the messages, you know, prior to me opening the video, and like just really needing to sit. And a lot of times I receive masculine energy because I'm very strong on my masculine energy, so I receive masculine messages in advance. So I meditate on that, and prior, all the cards are shuffled because I've meditated on everything. So feminines, okay, just so you know, I in my other reads, if any of you remember, I was mentioning how this fall there's going to be a lot of ins and outs of your masculine, only because they're truly going through an ego death, and a lot of you will be receiving communication. So the energy I'm picking up now for a lot of the struggles these masculines are feeling is self-worth, which I feel it's mirroring to you in other ways, probably feminines, but to themselves. So they're really going through a lot of insecurities right now. I feel them in an energy of jealousy. Like they're jealous, they're looking you up online, checking up on what you're doing. They're jealous of who you're with. They feel maybe you've moved on. They fear losing you, but they also fear losing themselves in the process. And again, that's part of the ego death. And they don't realize that losing themselves is the ego death. It's them releasing themselves and then coming home to their souls. And that's very difficult for any masculine to do. I did feel the sensation of some, not all, but some of the masculines been dreaming about you, and they actually remember you, like from either other past lives. They remember your energy. So there's recognition for some masculines. But again, this is just all things that they're ingesting, and it's slightly freaking them out, I think, I'm feeling. But they're going to need time to open up, feminines. So just, you know, this is a stage they're going through. I really felt this happening a lot during this time in the fall, because there's self-worth issues and these insecurities, this jealousy of what you probably got going on outside of them. I feel like some of them feel they're kind of like, well, maybe they are better off with somebody else or without me. So there's just a lot of that going on. I don't know if you guys remember in other videos, I mentioned, my masculines, we're in Mercury retrograde. So my masculines, we have a pattern of every Mercury retrograde where we kind of have a transition in our connection. And I connected with my masculine and feminines, which I haven't connected with him in through text, maybe 3 weeks, but seeing him physically, it's been probably a little over a month. We finally physically saw each other, and I have to say, it's I sensed all this insecurities in him, and but I also felt all the love from him. And it was tough because obviously we go silent for a while, and I have to say, feminines, it was hard for me, so okay. So I noticed that I've always liked to spend time alone, and that is my masculine energy, and letting people in has been very difficult for me. Excuse me. So, God, my goodness. See, feminist is just as much a journey for me. Letting people in has been really difficult for me. And, what showed up for me in his presence was how much I also like hold myself back, and I am at times a lot in my masculine energy. And I was trying to be I was very conscious in that space with him where, like, you know, no, let him be the masculine, let me embrace and be my feminine energy so he can open up, because there was some sense of coldness, I think, because he would sense me so cold. And I had to acknowledge that, you know, and I was like, you know, this is where I have to, it mirrored that back for me, feminines, how like, in order for my masculine to feel loved, I need to soften up, you know, and I think he knows that. He knows that. He picks that up for me, and I've realized how patient he is also with me. So, you know, feminines, it's a beautiful thing. I can't, you know, this is the most craziest journey ever, but, we're gonna start. I don't want you to guys think that this is gonna affect the reading, because it really won't. I just, you know, this is the beauty about this journey. This is the rawness about this journey, and you guys should be able to see the rawness of this journey, that you are in control still. And despite of what I experienced, I know I'm still in control. I know that something came up, and this is something I need to deal with. So, feminines, let's check in, you know, what our masculines are. So again, like I was saying, there's a lot of self-worth going on, and just mirroring things back. Yeah, so here we got fear, free will. What else we got? Spirit from our masculines. What else is the crowning energy here? Return. Let me get one more. Okay, 2. You know, it's funny, this came out. Separation, crossroads. So I really feel like during this time, this fear and the separation, they're at that crossroads, that energy of feeling like they fear losing you, but they fear, you know, this, they feel losing themselves, which puts them in this energy of being at a crossroads with this journey, and how to navigate through it. But they do have this sensation of free will, and they will return, feminines. Like I have to say, I definitely felt that in my masculine, and more of him coming to himself, because I think he realized, he indirectly, you know, indirectly but directly recognized his, you know, his own insecurities, and he actually acknowledged it, which I found was really beautiful, because that is like the place you kind of want them to be. But they, you know, you have to be careful. So look at that. We've got offer in the bottom, mask, of course, they're masking karmic patterns. Yeah, it's their old behavior, attachments to their old behaviors. But look at that, the Winter card. I really feel this, a lot of this is going to clear up in feminines for a lot of you. Like this Winter card has been coming up quite some time in my reading, and I have this sense, yes, this winter so much is going to change. A lot of you is going to be like December, I feel. And then some coming up in 2021. And then, of course, here we got the self-worth, surrendering, yep, and union. So again, there's just so much that they're coping with right now. But you know, like I said, for a lot of you, I feel like I really feel recognition. I feel recognition, and I really feel like this exchange is coming, this offer, whether it's a conversation or actually ready to like open that door up, and being open to you. But I feel it extremely strongly. Actually, wait, I want to pull some more. Spirit, give me more energies. Let me give it one more shuffle. Whew, feminines, this is a tough journey, but honestly, I wouldn't change anything. Honestly, it just is. And it's one of those things where you have to be grateful for being present. So Spirit, give me more energies here for our masculine. What else do we have here? What else do our masculines want our feminines to know? Look at that. We got summer awakening. Yes. all that stuff they were dealing with in the summer. This has been coming up a lot. Vibration, yeah, because they know they've been having to raise their vibration, and these masculines have definitely had some level of recognition. Yep, commitment, my God, beautiful. Yep, tribe. And let me get some more spirit of our masculine, what they want our feminines to know. Oh, I know. Let me get one more. Ooh, settling. Let me keep going just a little more. There we go. I feel that. Okay, so, yep, okay. Let me just get myself settled here, feminines. Okay. Oh, yes. All right. I know this is a lot, but because I feel it so strongly. Okay, so here we have our masculines. Obviously, this summer has been a lot of processing. And I honestly feel, you know, this awakening that they're doing, this raising their vibration, is that recognition. It's that energy of, I remember you for some of them. And a lot of them obviously want this commitment. They know that they have to release all these crossroads that they're currently in. Eventually they're going to free themselves. This is, at the moment, they're at a crossroad, but as they're awakening and raising their vibration, they're going to be ready. They're going to be ready for this commitment. That's why we saw the offer card before. When they return, it's coming in with this offer. And I honestly still feel, obviously, there are going to be some, for some of you, they're not all going to be 100% healed, but they're going to be 100%. They're going to be 95% ready to like really work things out. And then, you know, the rest, you guys can walk it through it together. But these barriers that they've placed on themselves, right? And I honestly just feel this is just them realizing how much they've been settling in their life, and the things that these old patterns, and a lot of them it's childhood wounds. I honestly feel childhood wounds, things with the feminine energy, their moms, all like the female dynamics that they had in their lives, like created this, oh, you know, you need to be this, you need to be that as a man. And so, you know, these masculines are very bruised in that level, I feel, in terms of their self-worth. And that's still a barrier in terms of how they've been. Here, a lot of it, obviously, it has to do with family dynamic, but I also feel, because it came next to the admire, is how much you're transitioning how they see family dynamics, because now they see that they can actually have something much more healthier. So obviously they're thinking about you here, feminines, with this nostalgia, and I really feel it's like that they're checking up on you. They're looking at you up online. If they have your social media, I really feel they're definitely looking at you, and admiring you from a distance too. But, you know, also realizing, you know, they know they have to come in and ask for forgiveness here. They're gonna want forgiveness, you know, for everything they've, you know, all this setback, these lessons that they've had to encounter, and the level of patience. That's why they admire you, because that level of patience that you've had throughout this process, it to them is admirable, and it's healed their feminine energy wounds, because at this point, like I said, they're realizing that things can be healed. Things can, you know, you can have something beautiful and stable and healthy. And then here we had the tribe. Again, it's them feeling part of their soul tribe, but I also feel like they're cleaning up a lot of what they consider to be their soul tribe. And so it's just everything, these lessons are just looking so different to them right now in all aspects, in terms of their soul tribe, their family dynamics. They're really in a reflective place right now, where they're they're recognizing this. They're realizing how much, you know, they have to shift their own energies, right? And in order to be in this vibration with you, they've got to process all of this. And like the summer card here has come out for a while. So a lot of this for a lot of you feminines, literally that eclipse kicked off a lot of things. Like this has been a very strong year of cosmos shifts, really, really potent. And a lot of them is in Capricorn, right? Which is a lot about foundations and structure. So a lot of it has been collapsing. You know, we see it in the world, and you'll see it in family dynamics as well. Here we go. Yeah, look at that. As I say that, ascending from the material world, the 3D, the things they were bound to. And look at that, the fall card. Yeah, this fall, a lot of this is still being shedded. You know, here we got third party, which again, it's just the lessons for a lot of these masculines. It's just their dynamics, the things they've been dealing with. And yes, a lot of them had behaviors that they were just, you know, they were very surfaced in their lives. They were very extremely, the masculines I'm picking up are very surfaced. But here we got the offer again coming up, and the reinvention of themselves and the understanding. And look at that, the childhood wounds. And look at that, under that is healing. So, you know, this conversation that is going to come about when they're ready, you're going to learn a lot of these things when they're finally ready to open up, because again, you're also gonna have to give them time. Like I said in the beginning, a lot of them it's going to be hard. The way it looks like, the way you think it would look like for them to open up is not going to be that way. So it's one of those things that you got to kind of ease your way. And I also encountered that with my own masculine. Like some of the things kind of triggered me, but then I had to be like, no, this is the ego. It was his energy trying to prove a point. And, you know, I was like, you know what, I can't even take this personally. I can't even, like, it's okay. You know, he's just processing. And that's what it was for him. Because we have to remember, even though we can come together, our masculines, for a lot of them, they're also just processing things themselves. They may come across like a-hole, you know, on the 3D, and how they're projecting onto you. But we have to stand our power, because we have to remember we're mirroring back to them. And so I constantly had to mirror back to him and I had to challenge my masculine, say, no, this is not it. No, you're saying this because of this. And I had to challenge him in that way. Was it a little draining, my feminines? Yes, it was. But like I said, there was a lot reflected back at me as well. So this was a huge lesson for me. So let's see. I'm going to pull just a little more clarifiers, because I feel like this is extremely clear. Spirit, give me more on this barrier and settling, please. Look at that. Yep. 3 of Cups. And this is, again, I feel like them. It's their tribe. It's the people they've hung out, things that blocked them. Yeah, look at that. 3 again. So we've got 2 3s. There's a lot of people in their life, old patterns, that they have to leave behind with this 3 of Wands. So it's like looking at their old lives from a distance right now. And you know what's interesting is in this deck, everyone's facing, like, you see their backs, and they're looking ahead, because here these women it's like they're looking up in the sky, and here this woman is looking at a distance in the sea. I mean, there's so much potential, and they see so much positivity of releasing whatever is holding them back. And that's honestly, I feel that that's a transition for them, feminines. Yep, look at that. In that time of thinking, 4 of Swords, and that they're really, really in their thoughts about all these things. Let's get a clarifier here for admired. So we're getting more on this admired for our masculines, please. We've got the Tower, and that's you know, it's that epiphany. And for that energy I picked up for some of you feminines, that they remember you. it's this recognition of who you are. And they know. They know. Give me more on this admire, Spirit. Thank you. Yep. Like I said, Six of Wands. Six of Wands is recognition. Is that recognition of who you are. And like feminines, this will take a little bit for them to process, because obviously these things, these are major. Tower is a major arcana. Look at that. Bottom of that, we have the Judgment, which is another major arcana. And this is, again, a recollection of their past, of, you know, the things they've done, which, you know, they're going to want forgiveness from you. Spirit, give me more on this commitment here. More on this commitment from our masculines. Yep, look at that. Page of Swords. And this is them doing a lot of their research, right? I really feel this Page of Swords taking time to really analyze themselves. You see this, she's with a book, and this is an illumination in their mind. So the swords are the mind, what's coming up in the mind. So there's an illumination of their own blockages. And that's why they've awakened to these blockages, and they have to raise their own vibration at this point. To get ahead of the whatever they're still at the crossroads. So obviously, as they're processing all this energy during this time, they know they have to get ahead of it. You know, here we go with the Six of Cups, and again, it's that nostalgia, feeling, that I miss you feeling. And with this commitment, it's a soul connection. This is a very deep connection for them. And under that is the Six of Swords, you know, again, walking, harmonizing. So these are two sixes. This is literally harmonizing their life. And bottom of that is Temperance. Again, masculine, feminine energy. This is the spiritual, to me, Temperance, like the last, you know, the end of my name. Larisa Lili, Temperance. I chose Temperance because of this is the spiritual union of the connection, masculine, feminine energy. And so this is, again, another spiritual union, twin flame of masculine, feminine energy. This is a very, very deep connection that requires, again, Temperance is the patience to this harmonization of what this twin flame connection is, this divine partnership is. But this is beautiful. Let's see. Spirit, so what actions, I'm going to just ask some actions that we can expect our masculines. What actions can we expect our masculines to take? What actions can we expect our masculines to take in the next few weeks? Spirit, what is the action can we expect? Ooh, dear God, that fell very far. Give me a second, feminines. It's so far, feminines. I don't want to make too much noise with this. Hold on. Come on. So it was the Queen of Cups. It was the Queen of Cups that fell, but with the Nine of Wands. And I feel like this is them like standing strong with their emotions, right? Intuitive and sensitivity, and really trying. It's still going to be a trial, right? With their fears and their emotions and coming back into their hearts. And again, the trigger of their feminine energy and what this is doing. Give me more. What action will these masculines take, Spirit? Wow, this was in the bottom before, but look at that. The Eight of Swords, imprisonment again, and with the masculine, I mean the King of Swords. So this is just really detached emotions still, due to the fact, again, Seven of Swords, deception and strategy. Due to the fact, and I just feel like this is with the Seven of Swords, it's not really the deception, this is their masking of their emotions. And how they need to process this. You know, it's so difficult with this trials and tribulations for them to process and drop the mask of their emotions. And, you know, these masculines definitely have to still work through those those blockages. And here we have Ace of Pentacles, but wise investment, but they will, right? That's the action. So they're going to work through these blockages, because at the end they know they want to take this next step. Ace of Pentacles is a very grounded energy, and it's longevity. It's like I said, wise investment, as it says there. So they know it's wise for them to invest their time right now in this healing process, in what they need to do, in what they need to face. So let's just pull some extra energies here, Spirit. What else from the Oracle, Divine Masculine Oracles? What else do our masculines want our feminines to know, Spirit? I'm just going to pull some extra energies. And then, of course, feminines, I always have messages for you at the end of the reading, because this is about our journey to our self-love and what can we do during this time. So here we have rage. Obviously, you know, for a lot of them, this is them overcoming those trials and these tribulations. Oh my God, this came out the last time, twin flame. Again, it's recognition of this connection. And I also feel that level of jealousy of what you're doing and where your whereabouts are. That is killing them, because they know that they're also partially at fault for this energy. They know that they have to get through this journey in order for them to get through this and to get to you. And as much as they are in this crossroads and they hate the journey and they hate what they have to confront, and they dislike all the emotions they have to face, because it's not the easiest for them to come back to their hearts. They understand they need to do it, because at the end of the day, you are the reward. You know, freeing themselves, you are the reward for them to return. And with this commitment card, so what else do we have for the masculines? They want our feminines to know. Yeah, look at that. Desire, temptation. Wow. Again, that's like, this is some high sexual energy. And feminines, this is spicy. They definitely, you know, they know they want this commitment. They know they want this connection. And this, it's also that jealousy, this rage of who or what you're doing. I do feel a sense of jealousy here. This journey is putting them in a very and we don't want them to. There we go. Very protective. They're in a very protective energy. So they know you are theirs. They know. It's very sorry, feminines. Mercury retrograde is messing with me, but there was no reason why that phone, my camera should have stopped recording. So what I was saying is they're very protective of this connection. And you know, bottom of the protective was takeoff and divine partnership. So they know you're the end goal here. They know that you're home. At the end of the day, they will free themselves. This is something they know they have to process. It's just in this period, of course, they're not. It's this journey is just, it's like that man, you see, like, it's hard for them. It's like, it's very long, and it's like, it's just too much to face. And, you know, it puts them kind of back into old patterns, and it just extends, it extends the duration of the separation. But again, I feel like a lot of you are going to be hearing a lot from a lot of you will hear from your masculine this fall. So we're going to look at some blockages, Spirit. So let me get some blockages here. Give me some blockages from our masculines and what they're dealing with, please. Thank you. I mean, we know that. Catalyst, you will meet divine love when you release the karma. And they know that you're this catalyst, and they know that they have to release in order to move towards you. That's what this is all about. What else? What other blockages here for our masculines, please? Thank you. Tears. This situation will bring you to tears. Run. And again, that's a fear, that abandonment, that self-worth, that you know, they feel this is a block. It's still a block for them. The self-worth issues, fearing of losing you is so much more stronger, right? Like, it's strong, and it's part of their ego death, which is why they kind of run. It makes them want to run. So they're still in that runner's energy. And then prayer, ask for assistance. Remember, you must ask to receive. Again, they're in that of that Four of Swords energy that we saw here, of that releasing with the 2 3s here, 3 of Cups and 3 of Wands, of the releasing of the barriers. So they're in that space, you know. And some masculines, of course, you know, for those feminines whose masculines don't know anything about twin flame, even though they don't know what the word is or the connection, they feel it in their hearts. And so it does put them in this meditative place, which is at crossroads, but they don't realize how much they're manifesting when they're in this state, right? When they're in that energy. What else I had missing? Yep. Endings are just beginnings. So there's a lot of endings here, feminines. Yep. You know, and they're just beginning. So there's ego death. To me, this is the ego death of the endings, and then their fears. So this still places them in that crossroads. But once they free themselves, they realize it was merely just a beginning, and a beginning to you. So beautiful. That is so beautiful. Wow. Bottom of that is inspire. You are an inspiration. You are their inspiration. So it's, you know, again, you're very much in their energy, you know, with the commitments, the family, the admiring, the 6 of Wands with the recognition. So this is the recognition, you know, this temptation, like they think about you. You're very much, this is very much twin flame, desire, temptation, fantasizing. This is very much fantasizing, manifesting energy, you know. So they're with just thinking of you, and both cards to come out, twin flame and divine partnership. Are you kidding me? Just that energy of thinking of you, they are manifesting. So if they're thinking of daydreaming and thinking of this life with you, they are manifesting, and you are that catalyst. So this divine love, once they release this divine love, is going to be in their forefront and what they're returning to. And that is the goal. Let's see. So let's go into the untold messages. Let's see our beautiful messages, because this video is a little longer than I expected. But we're going to look real quick. Spirit, what is the untold message here from our masculines to our feminines? Spirit, thank you. What does our masculines want our feminines to know? Sorry, feminines. I know my beginning of my videos, you know, my little emotions, you know, I get there, but we've got time. I know the clock is ticking for us. Won't you wait for me? Of course they know the time. They're frustrated. They're frustrated with themselves and this time. And they know, they're just hoping you are still there. Wow. Within a few months, you guys, I'm not kidding you. Winter, like, do expect it. Risk. I'm ready to take a leap of faith and risk it all for you. This is happening, you know. Let's see what else. What other messages here from our masculines? What else does our masculines want our feminines to know? They're gonna risk it. Like, this is happening. This is so happening. I feel it in my every being. Obligations. I want to get away from the burdens I have to deal with, but I'm stuck right now. Yes, that's that crossroads. So obviously we know that they are dealing with their obligations. Bottom of that is choice. I'm trying to make a very difficult decision, and it involves you. Of course it does. You are a big part of that, and they're manifesting you, like I said, because you're simply in their mind. You're simply in their mind. So these are other untold, unspoken messages. Let's see, Spirit. What else does our masculine want our feminines to know? What else? What other messages does our masculines want our feminines to know? Thank you. Please. What else does our masculines want our feminines to know? I'm taking this. My emotions are challenging me to be strong. Yes. And they are, you know, there's a lot of processing, this journey. It's, you know, it's draining for them, but they know that they got to get through it. What else? What else, Spirit? What our masculines want our feminines to know. I made choices that I'm not proud of. Oh, I know. Yes, we know that. What else? I fantasize about you constantly. I cannot. I'm telling you, you guys, I feel it. This fantasy energy here, this is very strong. Desire, temptation, fantasize. We've got that twice. So yeah, they are manifesting this. This is a manifestation energy that I feel. And I'm working with the universe on a special surprise for you. Yep, that return. Because again, they're in that, they don't realize that's a manifesting energy. And bottom of that is trust your heart and believe in Spirit's plan for us. Yes, feminines, you gotta trust. They know, and you know. If you feel it in your heart, you know. Just get a few more messages, Spirit. What other messages here from our masculines? I should have been more honest with you about how I was feeling at the time. Yes. I don't know if I can meet your expectations. Again, that fear and what you're doing. Again, that jealousy. My heart is telling me just do it. Yes. You know, and again, they will. And at the bottom of that, no other compares to you. They know whatever they got going on is not better than you. That's just it. Nothing is better than you. So, nothing is better than coming back to their own souls, coming back to the divine as well. You know, it's such a healing energy, and that's what they're realizing, that whatever they had going on back then, it doesn't compare to that healing energy and that different perspective, right? What we were saying with the family and the family dynamics of a life that they thought, you know, they would never have. So what other messages, Spirit, here can we give our feminines? I love how much faith you have in me. No one has ever believed in me that the way that you do. I treasure you more than you know. Yes. And that's what I was saying, that family dynamic, like what you've brought out. It's like, it's just completely shifted their minds. No one's been able to do that. And again, it's that energy if no one compares to you. And they treasure that. They want that energy. They want to live that energy. I see you in my dreams. Again, that fantasizing energy. And in my dreams, we are already together. Believe. They're manifesting in their dreams, in their mind, in their daydreams when they're thinking about you. There are so many unspoken words left between us. I want to have a heart-to-heart conversation with you so I can finally tell you the truth. And yes, feminine, it's that conversation I feel for a lot of you coming up and unexpected, sometimes this fall, leading to the winter. Things are going to shift big time. You do not know this, but you are the reason I get out of bed every morning. You are my reason. Oh, my raison d'etre. Oh, I love that. Okay, so feminines, we're going to give you some self-love healing messages. Let me actually pull this first, because again, this is our journey, and I love this part of the read only because it also helps me, and it always gives me some confirmation. Spirit has a way of speaking through me as well in this energy. So Spirit, what do we want our feminines to know and what they need to do during this time, Spirit, with this energy shift now, please? Thank you. What do we want our feminines to know? What is their healing energy? What do we want them to do? There we go. We've got branded. What other people think about me is none of my business. I choose to let it go now. Yes. You know, that's you releasing what people think about this connection, you know, and once you're in this stage of the connection, you no longer really care. So it's this level of freedom with this branded here. And she's got that peacock on her head. So it's such a level of freedom, this openness of recognition. And you want people to see you for who you are. Headspace. I have the ability to change my mood by the thoughts I am choosing to think. I focus on things that bring me joy, not on things that rob me of my peace. And yeah, most importantly, this is for us to protect that headspace of ours. You know, even with when I was in my masculine, I have to protect my own headspace. I mean, a lot of that mirroring that I'm getting is, yes, about me, but it's also picking up some of his emotions too. And to protect that headspace of like, well, let me really deal with what I've got to deal with. You know, I love, you know, and with me dealing with what I'm dealing with, and he gets to process these emotions. I can't have my headspace blocked. And worrying does nothing but disempower me. I choose to accept whatever outcome is for my highest good. And this is right. This is for our highest good, feminine. So let's see, Spirit, what other guidance can we give our feminines? Thank you. What other guidance to empower our feminines and what they need to do? What other guidance to empower our feminines? This, I swear to God, as much as I shuffle this deck, it doesn't matter. I shuffle it like crazy. This card is no joke. This is like, it just comes out every time. So feminines, live your soul, not a role. And this is, again, owning this branding energy, owning your truth, not caring what other people think of this connection. Do something different in this time. Yeah, be bold right now. Bust out your cocoon. Like I said, be bold right now. Admit your vulnerabilities. It's also being bold and knowing the strength within those vulnerabilities. We don't have to live out in fear at all. So yep, look at that. Beautiful. Embrace your power, feminines, in the bottom. So be bold right now. This is about you embracing your power, you know, not worrying, getting out of what other people think, that headspace, protecting your headspace and what you allow in. What other self-love message can we give our feminine spirit? Thank you. Wow, beautiful. Love all. Your compassion is incomplete until it includes yourself. Ah, feminines, I know. Release self-judgment, self-punishment, and self-sabotage. Include yourself when you love. And I think it's very easy to do that. Embrace that power of yours. Oh my God, and choose friends wisely. So yeah, watching out who we surround ourselves with. But we need to remember to include ourselves in that process of loving. And wow, beautiful. Get up. In the bottom, no matter how far we may think we have fallen, what matters is that we try again. All is not lost until we give up. Yes. Yes, feminines. This is beautiful, beautiful message. And let me just get one more from my favorite decks. You guys should know by now. This is my Oracle of Wisdom. What other guidance, spirit, can we give our feminines? What else we got for our feminines? Friendship. Be with the ones who make you shine, who love you and really care. Keep those and let the others go. Yep. And I really feel it's this embracing your power, this empowerment of knowing that, not caring what people think of you, owning this connection 100%, what it's done to you, the transition it has done to you, how it's changed your life. And, you know, at the end, love all, but most importantly, yourself. Your compassion is incomplete until it includes yourself. So include yourself, feminines. This is about healthy connections around you, but you making sure that it is going to elevate you. Be with the ones who make you shine. It's going to make you shine, and embrace this new you. Live your soul, not a role. You don't care of what other people, it's not the same dynamic as everyone else. And then bottom of that, we've got sanctuary. Embrace the need for solitude. Your inner sanctuary calls you. Renew yourself and thrive. You know, take this time, feminines, and really, really take care of yourself. So feminines, this is the energy check-in here for the masculines. Obviously, are fantasizing and manifesting. So I really, really feel it in my heart. Lots of changes this fall, coming winter, feminines. So with that said, I love you, feminines. Remember, live always relentlessly in striving aspiration. This is the evolution of your soul, and I am here to nurture you. Till next message. Bye.